The world of cinema has lost one of its most enchanting souls. Diane Keaton, born Diane Hall on January 5, 1946. Passed away on October 11, 2025, she was more than an actress. She was a symbol of individuality, courage, and timeless grace. Over a career that spanned more than 5 magnificent decades, Keaton captured hearts with her warmth, wit, and dazzling spirit. Her brilliance was recognized through countless honors, including an Academy Award, a BAFTA Award, and 2 Golden Globe Awards. She also received nominations for 2 Emmy Awards and a Tony Award, proving her boundless versatility. Her lifetime of cinematic excellence was crowned with 2 of Hollywood's most prestigious honors: the Film Society of Lincoln Center Gala Tribute in 2007 and the AFI Life Achievement Award in 2017, a fortune built on talent and passion. At the time of her passing, Diane Keaton's net worth was estimated at an impressive $100 million. Her wealth reflected not just her success in acting, but also her passion for creativity beyond the screen as a writer, producer, director, and designer. Her journey was one of unshakable dedication, fearless authenticity, and endless reinvention. A spark born in Los Angeles, Diane Hall entered the world on January 5, 1946. In Los Angeles, California city destined to one day celebrate her name in lights, her mother, Dorothy Deanne Keaton, was a homemaker and amateur photographer with a vivid imagination, while her father, John Newton Ignatius, Jack Hall, worked as a real estate broker and civil engineer. Diane's Irish roots came from her grandmother, adding a touch of Celtic charm to her creative soul. She was raised in a Free Methodist household, guided mostly by her mother's influence. Dorothy once won the Mrs. Los Angeles Homemakers pageant, and that experience ignited a young Diane's desire to perform. She saw in her mother's grace and theatrical flair the spark that would one day lead her to the stage. Keaton often spoke of how Katharine Hepburn inspired her their strength. Elegance and fierce independence Hepburn embodied became ideals that Diane carried throughout her career. After graduating from San Fernando High School in 1963, where she had already shown her gift for performance by playing Blanche Dubois in A Streetcar Named Desire, Diane's heart was set on the stage. She attended Santa Ana College and Orange Coast College, where she studied acting, but her dreams were too big to be contained by classrooms. Soon, she packed her ambitions and moved to Manhattan, the city that never sleeps, to chase her destiny in the world of entertainment. She joined the Actors Equity Association. Because another actress had already registered the name Diane Hall, she chose her mother's maiden name, Keaton, as her new identity. That name would soon become one of Hollywood's most beloved. In her early days in New York, Diane moonlighted as a nightclub singer, a passion she would later revisit in films like Annie Hall 1977, Radio Days 1987, and So It Goes 2014. She studied at the Neighborhood Playhouse, where she trained under the Meisner Technica style that emphasized emotional authenticity and connection with others on stage. Diane once said, "You're only as good as the person you're acting with," a reflection of her belief in collaboration and humanity in every performance. Her co-star and dear friend Jack Nicholson once revealed that Diane would memorize entire scripts before filming, testament to her deep respect for her craft and unmatched discipline. Beyond acting, Diane Keaton carved a second remarkable career in real estate and design. Her love for architecture blossomed into a celebrated pursuit of restoring and flipping historic homes throughout Los Angeles and Southern California. With her creative eye and deep appreciation for Spanish colonial mission revival and mid-century modern designs, Diane transformed neglected properties into breathtaking masterpieces. She often restored homes designed by iconic architects like Lloyd Wright and Wallace Neff, taking charge of every detail from salvaging original tiles to choosing the perfect wood finishes. Her work was so extraordinary that it was frequently featured in prestigious design magazines such as Architectural Digest and Elle Decor. In 2012, she published House, a beautiful coffee table book that showcased her artistic sensibility and architectural passion. Real estate became one of her greatest financial successes, earning her more than her Hollywood career ever had. She had the eye of a designer, the heart of an artist, and the soul of a preservationist. Among her many stunning properties, her Brentwood mansion, purchased in 2009 for $4.7 million, became her pride and joy. After years of renovation, it was valued between $20 to $30 million. And in March 2025, she listed it for sale at $28.9 million. Other properties included a Bel Air mansion bought in 2002, sold in 2005 for $16.5 million, a Laguna Beach home purchased for $7.5 million in 2004, sold for $12.75 million, a Pacific Palisades residence bought in 2012 for $5.66 million, sold for $6.9 million in 2016, and a historic Tucson, Arizona property purchased for $1.5 million in 2018, resold for $2.6 million. Each project reflected her ability to blend history with modern beauty and spoke of her artistry, patience, and passion for breathing new life into forgotten spaces. Diane Keaton's personal life was as rich and heartfelt as her performances. She shared deep connections with some of Hollywood's most iconic figures, beginning with Woody Allen, whom she met while starring in his 1969 Broadway play, Play It Again. Sam, their romance blossomed during late-night rehearsals and dinners, bound by laughter and mutual admiration. Though their romantic chapter ended, their friendship lasted a lifetime, and they collaborated on 8 unforgettable films. Her love story with Al Pacino, her Godfather co-star, was passionate and intense. She once said he was simply the most entertaining man. That face killer face. Their relationship was one of Hollywood's most whispered about romances, full of creative fire and emotional depth. Diane also had a relationship with Warren Beatty, her co-star in Red's 1981. Their union drew immense media attention. But Diane Ever, the private soul, remained grounded, often bewildered by the fame that followed her. By the mid-1980s, Vanity Fair had dubbed her the most reclusive star since Garbo, though she never married. Diane lived a life full of meaning and love. She often dismissed the notion that marriage defines a woman's happiness. That old maid myth is garbage, she once said proudly. At 50, after her father's passing reminded her of life's fragility, Diane adopted 2 children, a son and a daughter, embracing motherhood with an open heart. "Motherhood completely changed me," she said. "It's the most humbling experience of my life." Diane's spiritual curiosity guided many of her creative projects. She once produced a 1987 documentary titled Heaven, inspired by her childhood fascination with religion. "I was always pretty religious as a kid," she said. "I wanted to go to heaven." She grew older, she became more agnostic, choosing to explore spirituality in her own thoughtful, questioning way. Diane Keaton's rise to stardom began on Broadway, where she earned a Tony Award nomination for Play It Again. Sam. Her charisma soon led to her film debut in Lovers and Other Strangers. But her true breakthrough came in 1972 with The Godfather. As Kay Adams, the woman who loved Al Pacino's Michael Corleone, Diane gave a performance filled with tenderness and quiet strength. Her work in The Godfather and The Godfather Part 2 made her a household name. She soon collaborated with Woody Allen on a string of beloved films, including Sleeper, Love and Death, and of course Annie Hall, a film that earned her an Academy Award for Best Actress and forever changed romantic comedy. In the decades that followed, Diane continued to shine. She starred in Manhattan, Reds, The Little Drummer Girl, and later in The First Wives Club, a film that resonated with women everywhere and grossed over $150 million. Even after the occasional setback like Town and Country in 2001, Diane's comeback in Something's Gotta Give 2003 alongside Jack Nicholson reminded the world of her brilliance. Her career continued with roles in The Family Stone, Finding Dory as Dory's mother, at Book Club 2018, a joyful celebration of friendship and love in later life. Diane Keaton passed away on October 11, 2025. In California at the age of 79, her passing left a gentle ache in the hearts of millions who admired her laughter, her fearless spirit, and her timeless elegance. She wasn't just an actress, she was an artist of life. Every film, Every role and every home she restored bore the mark of her authenticity and love for beauty. Diane lived her life on her own terms, with courage, humor, and grace. As the curtain falls on her extraordinary life, the world will forever remember her as the woman who wore her heart like a smile, bright, sincere, and unforgettable.